Right then. Yes. So office hours here today on Thursday the 7th it is? Yeah. I want to go over the Discord and I want to give you an overview of each of the sections and how to think about the screens that are up, but also the sections in the menu column. So I'm going to start here. We're viewing from the verified role, and so you have to have come through verified in order to see these. And so if you don't see over here on the left all these different channels, then right below rules you'll see a green checkbox verified channel that you need to go into and verify. Otherwise, you'll be able to see what I see here. And so let's just start from the far left and work our way to the right. On the far left here, this is where your servers will show up. If you have a whole bunch of these things, these circles or squares with rounded corners, uh, they'll list all the way down here. And some people have a whole bunch and you can scroll through them. Right now you're only seeing the one, the HubSpot Super Admin. And so that here is what you'll click on in order to see the screen in front of you and the rest of the things to the right. Up at the top, if you hit home, then you're seeing your back end, your direct messages. And this is a message that I just sent with the three of us. All of these people here on the right are direct messages I've sent to, and then this is our conversation. So when you go up to the top here, the top one will always stay at the top. That's your home, and that's where you're having conversations with other people. Then below this cross-section line will be the servers you're a part of and that you can join into. And so I'm going to walk you through ours, the HubSpot Super Admin server. So that's this full bar off to the left. To the right, this is where you'll do a lot of your management, and this is where all of the channels will come in. This is what you'll click into for conversations. It's where you'll find events, and we'll go over lots of this. The other important thing about this section is at the bottom is where you manage what you're doing. So right now I'm live here in this channel, office hours. I'm also connected via voice, sharing my screen. My video is off in that channel. And then down here is my user, and I can mute whatever, I can mute myself, I can deafen so I can't hear you, excuse me, and then I can go into my settings as well. So this panel has lots of management here. Once you've chosen something to go into, like a conversation, right now we're in rules, in the rules channel, then this middle section is where the content will show up. If you're able to message, down here will show up and you can join the conversation. When you can't, then it's like this, where you don't have permission. You can only read and consume what's in that channel. So this is kind of the main area where the conversation happens. And then on the far right, this is where the roles are outlined and where people, this is just my live stream, but over on the right you can see up at the top there's the Sprocketeer role, and these people who are online have a green little box, a green little circle around their profile, meaning that they're online. This is their name, and then this is the role that they're in. So Kyle Jepson under the soft launch role, founders the first 100. These people are listed here who are online. Anyone who's verified is here. Anyone who is simply online without these roles or offline. And so these people are part of the community, just offline currently. And so you're starting to see the context of Discord being timely, being what's happening right now. So these are the 4 areas, and we'll start to dive into then what you should see and what you should do here in this menu area. So up at the top, I'll start at the top and we'll work our way down, and we'll focus through this whole area right here. This is where you'll do most of your clicking and navigating. And so since there is a event going on live right now, it's showing up at the top. When there is not, then there won't be anything up here. Simple as that, right? What you will see when the next thing that you'll see, so when this is gone, these events are always up at the top. And you click in to this event and a pop-up comes up and it shows a listing of upcoming events. This is the one we're in right now, and this is coming up tomorrow. So that's where you can see and find all of the upcoming events. You can mark that you're interested in it. You can share it out to people outside of Discord, and you can read what's going on or follow the link to get the content. If it's inside Discord, it'll look like something you see inside Discord. If it's something outside of Discord, then there'll be a link to it, and you'll be able to link that way. I'll X out of that and go back over here. So those are your events, and that's what will be coming up. After that, then you see this thing that says welcome. Now, this isn't a channel, this is a section. So we have a couple sections, and I'll go through those. The welcome section, the coffee shop, discussion, and then our last one down here is geography. So these themselves are not a thing, rather just a section title. So if I click on that, it's just going to close geography and collapse them. So that's what this little caret does. Also, if you just click on the word. So all of these channels here are within geography. So same thing with discussion, same thing with coffee shop, and same thing with welcome. What you're able to then do is click into these. So we're in the rules right now, and I'm able to read these things. And so the rules section is what it is. These are the things we want you to abide by and be responsible for. I'll click over into the intro channel, and this is where when people come into Discord, they're directed to give an intro about themselves. You can see in the description it says introduce yourself, 1, your favorite superhero, and 2, your favorite HubSpot tool. So we ask that once you get into the Discord and you verified, you introduce yourself in the intro channel. The way you find that description is up here at the top. I just clicked on that, and it gives you the full description. The next channel is the Get Roles channel, and if I go up here, this is where you can add your reactions to change the color of your name, add your geography, and your pronouns. And I'll X out of that to show you how that works. There are these 3 messages, and the first one is your pronouns. So based on what your pronouns are, you add your reaction to this message, and that will verify for you your pronouns. Mine here are he, him. And so you can see that in my roles off to the right when you click on my name. Similarly, where am I located? Based on these emojis, react with the proper emoji that corresponds to where you're at. And you can see then again a role of where you're at. I have North America in mine. And then another fun one, you see my name is blue up here. And it's blue, my reaction to this message is blue. If I click it over to yellow, my name turns yellow. Green, my name turns green. So another fun way to identify yourself and to give yourself more visibility on the things you like and making it personalized. So that's all there is here in the Get Roles, and those are the 3 right now that we have for you to personalize. Lastly, in the Welcome section, there's what's going on. This is a redundant list of what's going on by date so that you can see in a quick format these events. So if you wanted to see what has gone on and what is going on, you're going to come over to the what's going on. These events up here, you might be thinking, well, that's up there. These will only be showing upcoming. And this is the way to actionably connect. So you might just use this, that's fine. It'll also be in this what's going on channel so that you can see the dates and you can expect those things each week. All right, so now we're done with this welcome section. I'm just gonna scroll down here and go into the coffee shop. So before I do that, I want to point out that in the welcome section, most of these channels, other than the rules, because that's a unique one itself, most of these channels have this hashtag or # next to it. When we get into the coffee shop, only the chit chat channel has that same symbol. The rest of them have a speaker. And that's because these channels are different. They're for talking and interacting, like I'm doing right now. So if I go into chit chat, okay, this looks a lot like Slack. You open up Slack and you get into a channel, and each channel you can message in and you can type in and you can send messages like this, right? And so when these channels have the pound sign or the hashtag, that's a text channel. If you come into one that has a speaker like this, like the office hours, this is a Zoom meeting. You don't have to schedule it. You don't have to connect people or enable people to get in. It is just open there, available for you to click into at any point, at any moment, and to leave at any point or at any moment. So you're free to jump in here. If I were to add my video, hey, you can see me here and here. And I'm also sharing my screen. If I don't share my screen, if I don't want to stop that because then you won't be able to see it. Oh yeah, no, I could stop it. So it's just me, so you can't see my screen anymore. So now we're literally in just a meeting. So if you were to join me in this room right now, we would be clicked into this meeting. And it's just a room, right? It's just a table. It's you going up to someone at a table and chatting, or you dropping in on a conversation at an event. It's a real-time Zoom meeting that you don't have to schedule, you don't have to invite. Each of these channels are open for anyone to just click directly into. Just like I'm going to click right back to the chit chat channel. And I can type in here. All right, so all of these are open and available for you to be a part of and you to share. I'm going to get back to this guy, and so I'm sharing it. There we go. Anyone who joins in, I want them to be able to see. And so these are for you to click in and view and see. The other thing then would be this chit chat channel has a couple of what look like sub channels or ones just kind of within it. Of course, similarly, you can just click right in, and this is a whole new conversation. Where this is coming from, though, is a part of the chit chat conversation. So someone has said something in here, and it spoke to someone, and they wanted to talk more about that specifically. There's lots of new people, so we're saying welcome here. And so I could go back and find them here. I wanted to talk more about this, and so I created what's called a thread. So again, just like Slack, if I were to open this thread, it opens that conversation up on the side. And so you're not cluttering this main conversation with this specific topic. You can create a thread on the side. So those are all listed here. Again, focusing on the idea, so I just clicked on portal audits, and that comes up over here while this main conversation continues on. And I can click on Service Hub channels, and it comes up over here. The point here is context. So in addition to, let me click into Service Hub channels. The point here is context. With Discord, these threads are conversations about specific topics separate from the main. In addition to that, though, these threads specifically will not be right here. Rather, they'll be archived, so you can still access them in the archive channel. And when are they going to archive? They're going to archive when the conversation isn't going on any longer. If you start to workshop with other people, with other super admins, through the issue that you're working on, and you reach an end result, or you reach a solution or a recommendation, well, you're not having that conversation anymore. So we don't need it over here on the left. That conversation is archived in the archive channel. Still accessible, still able for you to even comment back in and start the conversation back up, though it doesn't need to be top of mind anymore because that conversation has passed. So another fun feature is that in addition to having this main topical channel, you can also bounce in to these more specific threads, and they'll only be there because people are talking about them. And the conversations that have died out and that aren't active, you won't see those. So they won't clutter up your navigation bar over here. So another fun way Discord is helping us bring together the functionality of Slack and Zoom into one space and give us that context that we're talking about and we need. The other fun conversations here in the coffee shop are the private table. This is limited to 2 people. So when you invite another person, they don't have to be your friend. They don't have to have accepted a message invite from you. You can jump right into a private chat with just you two, and no one else can join in. It'll just be you two. No one else can see your video. No one else can hear what you're saying. It'll just be a private chat between you two. So that's like a two-top table for 2 right there. The cool kids and the nerds table, those have 12 people max, so that it's not 150. It's not this big group where everyone's talking over each other. It allows you to have a conversation without everyone talking over each other. And then the lounge is a bit bigger. It's a 50-person max, and so you can have a big group of people, and maybe someone's presenting. Maybe you wanna share. I don't know, but the lounge is a max 50 people. Below the section titled Coffee Shop, outside of the coffee shop, this is where the main area of conversation is going to happen in the discussion section. These discussion topics are focused on the things that we'll do, the actions we'll take. If you are working on reports, if you are doing an integration, if you're doing a website build, if you're setting up a data set, these discussion topics are focused on the actions you're taking and the motions you're involved in, the setups you're doing. Uh, they're not Service Hub, Marketing Hub, Sales Hub, Operations Hub. These are not built to talk generally about uh, overall. It's about specific things we're doing. We're taking actions every day. And so being able to jump into the website build you're working on, knowing that people are going to respond back about the website build, that's important. And so uh, these are not perfect. They're not all set, and this is not all there will ever be. This is what we're getting started with right now. And so what you're seeing, even though you're watching this sometime in the future, these might be a little different based on what we're doing and what we're talking about. Especially as HubSpot grows and there's more to the platform, there's going to be more functionality that we'll have to add here because there's more motions we'll be doing as super admins. NPO portals, they do some specific things. HubSpot for Startups does some specific things and has some specific functionalities. The new certification that just came out last Friday, the RevOps cert, people are sharing how many certs they have and how to get them. I'm challenging to do some study tables for certifications. Also, ways to improve HubSpot and whatever it is that we think it should do that it doesn't quite do yet, or things that it could do that with a little tweaking might make it better. That's where the HubSpot suggestions, that's where you'll put those. HubSpot updates, these are lots of the Kyle Jepsen type videos and messages of here's something new I found that HubSpot can do. I want to share it with you. These are lots of fun. It's great to see things people find and updates that we want to keep just up to date on. Life cycle stages right now, and this beta update seems to be one. And then we like to have some fun too. So here's some memes. Been sharing memes this past week. More and more and more and more. So make some, share them. Let's all enjoy it. Fantastic. And then additionally, challenges. So as we move on, there's going to be challenges we'll post. There's also challenges. We had some launch week challenges. People also are challenging each other with doing something unique. So like a PandaDoc integration. How to get a, yep, here's the PandaDoc original. Just how to make things work. So challenging each other to do a unique integration or get a data set to work a certain way. That's here in the challenges channel. And then lastly, if you want to chat through it, there's a voice channel that you can share screen and get on video here, and you can chat through some of the topics you're bringing up and workshopping together. Geography, these are explicitly areas, we all come from somewhere, and we want to give a space and hold space for each other to geographically share based on where we're at and what's going on there. APAC has not been reached at this point, and so we're not seeing much activity there. EMEA is quite active, and in addition to those three text channels, there are three voice video channels as well, audio and video channels. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top and go into office hours. You can see I'm sharing my screen. In order to manage all of this, I just want to go over again that this bottom area, this is your kind of navigation window, right? And so from top to bottom, the context is what you're currently doing, what's currently on, what the current conversations are. And so I am, again, sharing screen. These are the pieces of technology that I am connected to. So I could click this for disconnect. I could stop sharing my screen. I could just change the windows real quick. We do have some of the quality changes you can make here. You're welcome to do that. You could quick just change windows, whatever it is you want, or the screen. I'm on one screen right now. Or I could just stop streaming altogether. I could just click on and turn on my camera, so you're seeing me now. I could also use I could use all the controls in this view as well. I don't have to use the things down here, but they come up. And then if I want to see something, I will open that up and click on that window so that it's the focus and I can see that the biggest. Let's see. When there's lots more people, I can switch the views up here. I can also view. I can also change some of these settings up at the top right. The very bottom area is for me to mute. I can deafen, so I mute myself so you don't hear me. I can deafen you so I don't hear you. And I can change my settings. I can go back into my back end of my settings. And anytime I'm in a view like this and I want to get out, I can click this X, or on my keyboard I can just type escape, hit the escape key. So that's an overview of Discord, the HubSpot Super Admin Discord from the verified role. We're doing office hours right now. It's a Thursday, and so right now what we're doing is Tuesdays we're doing office hours at 11 and 2 p.m. So please join up, ask a question, we'll be topical with them. So each Tuesday and Thursday we'll do these office hours. It'll be a specific topic that we're going over that you can get the information for. You can ask questions about, or you can suggest improvements on, all of which are welcome. Mondays, the new podcast will drop, becoming a HubSpot Super Admin. We'll have a new podcast with a new guest every Monday. And on Wednesdays, we'll do some sort of community event where we'll be bringing you together in some way. The first few weeks, we'll just do these meetaways for more of you to meet each other and get to know each other. It's a structured speed dating kind of thing. The great part about Meetaway is on the front end, you get questions that people will get the answers to. While you're in, you can take notes and you'll get those afterwards. And then after each meeting, after every meeting you have, you'll get a rating and some notes you can take that you'll then get afterwards, because you'll have 8 or 10 meetings in half an hour. And then you'll get all that information back in contact information so you can follow up and you can remember all of the things you thought in those few minutes when you meet each other. We'll end each week on Friday with a newsletter on LinkedIn, and you'll see that in the events where you'll link over to the newsletter, and we will walk through the things from the week that have happened. Right now we'll do some highlights. We'll do the ongoing threads, those conversations I just showed you that are happening. We'll do a Sprocketeer shout out, meme of the week, and we'll also do top questions answer this week with the answers, so that the summary each week will come out and you'll have a link to it. So that's what's going on. Thanks to everyone who's joined up on Discord. If you need a link to the Discord, message me, message this channel. We are on YouTube. We're on YouTube. You're probably watching this on LinkedIn. We have Twitter, HubSpot Super Admin. If you're more of a Pinterest person, we have a Pinterest where we'll be posting this content as well. And we started into Twitch. We'll see if we continue that. Not many people who are doing HubSpot stuff are over on Twitch, or at least consuming HubSpot stuff on Twitch. Jump into these voice channels and we can have the conversation there as well.